Hello, welcome back to my channel. Yes. Hey, my apologies for going live 30 minutes late. I just felt like going live a bit later. I don't know. My apologies for going live 30 minutes later than normally. I did plan it, by the way, so it was planned. Anyhow, Man City, Real Madrid. We've never seen this fixture before. Except for like every season in the past 6 years, but it's new. It's new to us. It's unexplored terrain. Now, we lost the first leg 3-0. If you've forgotten, I didn't mean to remind you, but that happened. So, second leg. Please be better. And we need to win. Listen, we need to win. I'm not talking about the tie, yeah? Forget the tie. The tie is done. And maybe it isn't. Maybe it isn't. Maybe you need that delusional belief. Maybe Magnus Carlsen is right. To be a great athlete, one must be delusional. Maybe that's correct. But I'm not too worried about the tie. I'm talking the game. Game specifically. We win the tie, I'm cheering, of course. We don't win it, okay, cool. I already expect us not to win it at this point. We've not made it very easy for ourselves. I don't know anyone who's ever come back from a 3-0 loss in the first leg against Madrid. I don't know anyone. Maybe they exist. I don't know about them. I don't know. So we are quite a bit behind. But we need to win. Not the tie, but the game. And we need to win it convincingly. Because we need to build mentality. We need to get these players fired up. We need to get this staff fired up. We need to get the belief in there, yeah? Because we have been bored. We have been bored recently. We need to find solutions there. We need to do something. We need to just get a win. You get a win, and it starts with one thing, you know. You guys know Linkin Park, there you go. It starts with one, yeah? But you just build a winning run. Get a big win, even if you lose the tie, to spring off. Also, we're entering international break soon. There is the Carabao Cup final, and then international break. Get something before the international break. Don't let the international break come about and you're all thinking like, I don't want to be here. You're all thinking, what a relief, international break. Get something in the international break. Get something to hope from for after the international break. Big up Rosa. Remontada is loading. Maybe. I hope so. But go get something. Go get something for that international break. To talk about positively. To talk about positively during the international break. But for the Man City fans to not be constantly in a slump. Because we have been so bored. We have been so bored for a while. We have been bored for a while. We need to stop being bored. We need to get that win. It doesn't matter if we don't win the tie. You win 2-0. Mentality. The mentality of the players will be better. That they'll believe in themselves. You win 4-1 and you go out on penalties. Oh well. We almost did it. You win 3-1. We gave them a scare. We fucked it up in the first leg, but way better than that first leg. You built something. You built some mentality. And then you say, okay, we failed this time because we fucked up the first leg, but we have been better the second leg. Now let's go win some trophies. Now let's not fuck up anymore. Now let's show this second leg of Man City, not this first leg of Man City. And the Carabao Cup final. And we have done this before. Remember the Tottenham draw? I have to bring it up. Yes, Tottenham. Fuck them. absolute plastic club, I know. Tottenham is everything people think Man City is. They are plastic to the core. They're so plastic, bro. But I swear, that fan base has no soul. That fan base has no soul. Those players have no soul. It's just it's not even a football club. It's a corporation. It's like, what do you call it? It's like, I don't know what the word is. Like, it's like an entertainment company, I guess. It's not even a football club, man. It's such a weird fucking club. It's such a shit club. But anyhow, let's not make this about Tottenham. But we have done this before, where we get a terrible result, Tottenham game, and we're in the mud, and we really need to come alive, and that's when we come alive. This team has done it before, where when you need to step up, they have stepped up. Not always. Not always. They didn't step up against West Ham. They didn't step up against Forest. And they needed to step up in both those games. So not always. But this team has shown the ability that when it's really, really in the deep and there's nothing to lose. Because let's be honest, at Anfield there was nothing to lose. Once there's nothing to lose, just uncork. It's like, I'm a dead man standing. Let's see what I can get out of this. Let's see if I don't do anything, I'm dead. Let's see what happens if I go in with a suicidal charge. And that is when this team has gotten the results at Anfield. For just one. We need to step up here and get the best out of these games. After we've been so bored for a while, get the best out of it. And then make a run from it, which is going to be a bit limited, admittedly, because of the international break. But okay, get that win before the international break. Go win that Carabao Cup final after this. But first, let's talk about this. Give those positive vibes. Imagine going into the Carabao Cup final. You just draw Real Madrid's 0-0 or 1-1. We got knocked out 3-0. Oh, it was embarrassing. Hey, it is what it is. Okay, now imagine you go into the Carabao Cup final, slapped Madrid up. It was 4-2. You don't advance, but you slapped them up. You scored some goals. You played some good football. Now, how is the conversation of the fans gonna be? We almost did it. The first leg, that is not Man City. That was imposter. That was an imposter. The second leg, that is Man City. That is what we can do at the final. That builds the vibes. The fan base, their vibes. Everyone's happy, everyone's cheering, everyone's excited for the final. Build some excitement for that final. Because it makes the players more positive. It affects the team as well. So, we have to win. We have to win. Simple as. We have to win. And by the way, talking about having to win, how do you win? Trust some of the younger players. I'm not saying play a full fucking academy team. I'm not saying that, of course not. But I'll get into the exact player lineups in a bit. But trust some of these guys. Give them a chance to give them a chance to play. Give them a chance to make an impact. Give these younger players a chance to be that guy. Give them a chance. That is one of the things we have not been doing and that we should be doing. Give these players the chance to make an impact. Give them that chance. Because if you don't, how do you expect them to build that mentality? You never give them a chance. You just let them sit on the bench for Bernardo Silva, for Rodri, for Diaz. How are they gonna build that mentality? They're not. So some of these players, again, not all of them, play the experienced players. Yes, some of them. But find a balance. Find a balance. Don't just play Bernardo Silva and Rodri and Diaz because they're the experienced guys. Don't do that. If you play Bernardo, Okay, let's see what you do. If you play with another anthology, I'm already gonna be skeptical. Because I don't think the combination works. So, I'm already gonna be skeptical if I see that in the lineup. Anyhow. Pep did make some statements about the previous game. I'm not sure if you lot have seen these yet. I'm not sure if you guys have seen these statements yet, but... Pep. So, if you did not see the statements that I am referencing, it's so dumb. It's so dumb. So basically, he is saying, Pep Guardiola is saying that in Madrid they arrived late in the hotel. They had poor sleep, and that's why we drew against West Ham. I am not joking. Pep said after Madrid's game, we got back in our hotel and we were late and we got poor sleep. Then we went back to England. Then we had a day no training and that's why we drew. What a fucking excuse. I'm so baffled that this is like an excuse that can actually be made by a pro manager. Like, it is baffling to me. It really is, because it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. You play Madrid on Wednesday. Yeah? On Thursday, you're back in Manchester. On Friday, you train. Like, that doesn't even make sense. Like, think about it. That makes zero sense, bro. He says we arrived late into the hotel. That's why we were fucked. You play on Wednesday. You go back to Manchester on Thursday. You are able to train on Friday. Makes no sense. Well, what Pep says makes no sense, bro. Like, that is the most bullshit excuse I have ever seen, bro. Well, maybe not ever. You know, because Arteta, it was the ball. Had a different ball. So not the most bullshit excuse I've ever seen, but my god, is it up there? It is up there, isn't it? It is up there. That is such a nonsense excuse. This man needs to stop dropping the excuses. Big up Adam, how are you? As always, long-haired Alf. Hey, long-haired is tied up for now, but maybe the long hair will be loosened. So Demichels, you know, I'm Demichels. Maybe we'll loosen it. For the Madrid game. And we'll have the blue shark ready. The blue shark gets ready. He slides next to me. Take up my shark. I can't be bothered to get it out now. But the blue shark will be ready for the Madrid game. And if we get that remontada, I am getting one of those temporary tattoos. Like you know, those like water tattoos that you put it on your skin and you can wash it out after like a day or two. I'm gonna get one of those of Pep Guardiola. And I'm gonna put it right on my fucking forehead if we do a remontada. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm sure there will be alcohol too, because I can't resist. Pep will not throw the Champions League. In Pep's credits, he never throws a trophy away until it is done. I completely agree. Never throws a competition away. He has done it a few times with the Carabao Cup, but I don't think intentionally so. I guess you could say Carabao Cup. Not this season, of course, but in past seasons. But even then, that's seasons where we're realistically in for the treble. I mean, we did win the treble in one of those seasons, so... I think the Carabao Cup is maybe a little bit excusable, but He didn't do that this season, and even when we have dropped out of the Carabao Cup, I don't think Pep was just throwing it away. I think the lineup was a bit too weak against opposition you didn't maybe respect enough. But I agree. Pep does not go out of trophies like that. He doesn't give up. He may be losing 3-0, but he will not give up. And that is something you always have to praise Pep for. He doesn't give up on trophies. You're in a trophy until you're out of it. You're in a title race until you're mathematically out of it. You're in the Champions League until you're out of the Champions League. You're in all the cups until you've been eliminated. That I do appreciate. Big up Adam, how are you? We must play direct. I wholeheartedly agree. I don't even need to read stress. I wholeheartedly agree. We must play direct and feed Haaland, or we will not do anything. Haaland is the key to Man City's success. I know people don't want to believe it, but Haaland is the key to success. You get Haaland's chances, he will score chances. Haaland, by the way, is not the only one who will score chances or should be scoring chances. There are other players too who should be scoring chances and who will score. As long as you have Haaland, they're also scoring at his good rate, which we know can be so ridiculous. He can score so many. He can't just get on a run. He can score a hat-trick. He could score a hat-trick at the Etihad. Who's to say he can't? He scored 5 goals in the round of 16 against Leipzig. No player, before or after Erling Haaland, has scored 5 knockout goals. None. In a single game, I mean, with that, of course. That is Haaland's record. Mine. Well, not mine, but for Haaland, that's his. He can say that's mine. That's his record, bro. No, Messi did not. Messi did that in the group stage. Not in a knockout game. Not in a knockout game. Messi did that in a group stage game. So, he's the only player to do it in a knockout game. Yeah, you need to feed this guy. You need to feed this guy. You need to get the best out of this guy. Because... will he score the hat-trick? No. But, the thing is, he can do that. I don't think he will in this game, but he's one of those players who just can. He can just show up and boom, boom, boom. If you feed him the chances. Because he is the key to Man City's success. I agree with whatever Alf said. Big up Devin. Big up Devin, my guy. You know what? Devin is a top G here. Big up Andre as well. It's been a while. What midfield do you want to see for this game, Alf? Any midfield that does not include both Bernardo and Rodri. I'm fine with one or the other. In fact, one or the other has to start. Either Bernardo starts or either Rodri starts. One of them two must start. We need that experience. But they can't both start. They can't. Simply cannot. Everyone, in a perfect world, you start maybe O'Reilly. Let's say you start O'Reilly, Rodri, and Tijani. Right? And then you get maybe to 50 minutes played. You take off Rodri for the Bernardo. You take off O'Reilly for Gonzalez. And you can do with the rest of your players as it's necessary. You can play Semenyo, you can start him, you can take him off the bench. So it really depends. 1 second. 1 second. There we go, I'm back. I forgot what... yeah, it's midfield. You can't have Bernardo and Rodri on the pitch at the same time because it's so redundant. They both do the same thing in possession. I know out of possession they're different, but we have a lot of players that can do a different role out of possession. You don't need Bernardo for out of possession. You don't need Rodri for out of possession. In possession, they are redundant and they waste a spot in midfield. So don't put them together in that midfield. That's all I would say. Yeah, Messi did not. He scored 5 goals in a group stage game. He never did it on knockouts. Watch how Pep will piss us off before the game happens. Let's get to the game. Let's get to the day first. Let's get there first. Like, let's not be too doomeristic. I've been doomeristic enough. I want to enjoy my Tuesday. And we get to the game and the lineup is shit. We get there when we get there. Big up Tausif, by the way. It's been a while. Fantastic goal by Armstrong. I didn't see it. I may sound crazy, but drop Erling Haaland for Omar Marmoush. Yes, so drop Erling Haaland for the guy who's got 1 goal in the Premier League. In the period of time that Erling Haaland has been utterly terrible and should be deported and he's the worst player to ever play football, he and Marmoush have the same amount of non-penalty goals in the league. Marmoush did it against bottom of the league. And Haaland is our top assister. Yeah, Marmoush does not deserve it. How? In the 11 Premier League games, sorry, 12 now, it's 12 now, that Erling Haaland scored 1 non-penalty goal, Marmoush scored 1 non-penalty goal. Marmoush got 0 assists, Haaland got 3. Marmoush does not a lot defensively, Haaland does quite a lot defensively. Marmoush has not deserved it, not more impactful. All of this delusion is stupid. I can't be bothered to debate it anymore, because I'm debating it every day at this point. Anyone who thinks drop Haaland and you win stuff, you are asking to sell Haaland. Because you think we are better without Haaland. You want to sell him. Because he's not going to be a bench player. If you think without Haaland we are better, you have to want to sell him. You can't have 500k a week on the bench. So come on out and say it. Sell Haaland. You're gonna dare say that? You know that you can't sell Haaland because he is the key to Man City winning stuff in the future. You can't sell him. You can't because he is the key. You need to start the key. You need to start him. Oh, but Marmoush has been more impactful. And the period with Haaland has been woeful. Marmoush got 1 goal. More impactful. What? Erling Haaland, 1 Premier League goal in 12 games. Worse than Adolf Hitler. Omar Marmoush, 1 Premier League goal against bottom of the league Wolves. In 20 games? More impactful than Erling Haaland. In the last 5 Premier League games, by the way, Haaland has more assists than Marmoush has in his entire Man City career. So... hey. More impactful. Yeah, the only thing Marmoush does better than Haaland is pressing. Which you need to credit him for. He presses very well. I can think of other players who press very well. Such as Tijani Reiner, such as Phil Foden, such as Bernardo Silva even. For 30 minutes. Which, by the way, it's why I would see out a game at Bernardo. I would not start him, I would bring him off the bench. Because he can give you very good 30 minutes, he can't give you more. Big up, Ash, how are you? Big up. He drops Haaland, then he plays a system where Haaland will back a hat-trick. Hey, don't worry. Don't worry, it's Haaland's fault. It's Haaland's fault. Mbappé is gonna destroy us tomorrow. He does start. You know Erling Haaland has like the hardest shot in the Premier League. Okay, you guys just make up fantasies. Like, I'm sorry, Ash. I'm not taking a dig at you, yeah? But you guys just make up fantasies. Yeah. Marmoush has one hard shot, or he's got a better shot power than Haaland. Debate Bruno? No. I don't give a fuck about Bruno Fernandes. I don't think that they should start Mbappé. Like, if they start Mbappé, and we'll talk about it a bit more later. Remember Erling Haaland's Rockets last game? Remember this one specific moment that proves me right? Well, don't worry about, like, 3 years of information that proves me wrong. That is one moment that proves me right. This is ridiculous, Ash. That's like saying Cristiano Ronaldo has a better left foot than Lionel Messi, because remember that knuckleball he scored one. Yeah, you can do something really impressive. That was a great goal by Marmoush. He's not suddenly better than Haaland. You can praise Marmoush and praise him sincerely without saying bench Haaland. You can do both. That's the beauty of football. You can say Gonzalez is a great player, but Rodri is the best 6 in world football. You don't need to say Gonzalez is great, Rodri needs to go to Sri Lanka. You don't need to do that. You can just say Gonzalez is great, Rodri is great. Marmoush does not have a stronger shot than Haaland. He almost killed a man. I don't think there is a single player in the world that has Valverde, probably. But I think Valverde probably has the strongest shot in the world, I can't lie. Doesn't he have the record for the fastest goal in history? Or not in history, but like in La Liga history, specifically? I think he does. Like, open play. I know, like, Cafu has his, like, free kick. Was it Cafu? Yeah, I think it's Cafu, right? But it doesn't matter. But I think he's got, like, a record for, like, one of the fastest goals from open play. So, probably Valverde still. Anyhow. Pep Guardiola. Excuses about that game against West Ham. Don't care much about it. I mean, clearly I do care a lot, because I've just sat here 20 minutes complaining about it, but it's not the biggest deal. Listen, I've complained about it for 20 minutes, but it's not the biggest deal in the world. You just don't see it, because he doesn't do it often. You know what I would equate it to? Lionel Messi's right foot still makes him a better player than Eden Hazard. But his left foot is so much better that there is no point in using his right foot. Kevin De Bruyne's dribbling is better than Ryan Cherky's. But Kevin De Bruyne, his passing was so stupid, he didn't need to dribble. So, that's what I would equate it to. You don't need... when you just have skills that are so much superior, you don't use the skills you have that don't yield the same results. Like, one pass can take out 5 players. Whereas one dribble will take out one player, and it's higher difficulty. It depends on players. Some players will pass easier, some players will dribble easier. But it's slower, it gets you up the pitch slower, you don't beat as many players at once, so passing becomes the superior skill if you are good enough at it. So, while De Bruyne was a better dribbler, then I'm gonna be honest, De Bruyne was... This might be Belgian bias talking. Remember, there's a little bit of bias because I'm Belgian. But I would say De Bruyne was a better dribbler than David Silva. But De Bruyne just didn't have to dribble. Because his passes were so stupid good. I don't know, maybe that's bias on my part. I feel like I'm overreaching here. I feel like I'm overreaching with my Belgian bias. Maybe I am. But you get my point, either way. No, I haven't. I have not. I have to send you the pic I just saw. Let me see this. Let me see this. Most assists and assists. I don't give a fuck about Bruno. Fuck Bruno. Bernardo Silva, great. Big up at Michael. Hey, Bernardo Silva, big up. Yeah, he may very well start. But not Bernardo and Rodri together. That is the conclusion I've come to. Bernardo? Okay. Rodri? Okay. But together? No. Anyhow. This is a bit of a piss take. I want to hate on... Listen. The biggest hatred on Bruno is not even giving a fuck that he exists. That is the biggest hatred. So, if you did not see the quote of Pep Guardiola on believing in beating Madrid, Pep Guardiola said in a press conference, I don't remember the exact line, but it's like, if you don't believe in the Champions League, stay home, or go home, or something like that. When you're waffling like this, you need to win. Like, when you are saying this type of stuff, you need to go win. I feel like this just invites unnecessary pressure, maybe. I feel like it's... He doesn't need to say that. Like, he could just say, I believe, and we will show you why we believe. But he has to go that, like, extra mile of telling everyone, if you don't believe, stay home. Brother. You could have just said, we believe we're adults, we make a salary. Because he said that, they make a good salary. Pep said that. He could have just left it there. He had to add that. I don't know why. I don't know if that's like... I don't know if he's trying to get into the play. It's like... Give it your all and stuff, but I don't know why. I don't know why he felt the need to say that. I need us to put distance on the... No. Igor Thiago needs to get as close to Haaland as possible. Because when Haaland feels his golden boot is threatened, that is when the software update lands. At this point, the hardware update, maybe. But when Haaland's golden boot is threatened, and he sees Igor Thiago, 21 goals... gonna be like, oh fuck, let me score 10 goals in 10 games. There you go. You're not touching my golden boot. We need Igor Thiago to get as close as possible. Because then Haaland will feel the heat and he'll be like, let me quickly get some goals here. We need that. Bruno is gonna retire with one FA Cup. Hey Ash. He's a legend of the game though. How old is Bruno? How old is Bruno Fernandes? Is he 31 or 32? He's in his 30s, right? Since 21-22, the team that scored first always lost the tie. Yeah. We did scored first at the... Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Hey, Remontada, it's happening. It's happening, guys. You're right. and this stupid Premier League Summer Preseason trophy. And that stupid Premier League preseason. Wait, what? Bruno is going to... the Community Shield, bro. I don't even consider that trophy, so... Yeah. Community Shield, yeah. Then he went on Europa League. Or was that before he arrived? And that was before, wasn't it? He won the Carabao Cup as well. I don't believe Pep... I don't believe Pep has bottled it. 6 out of 10 Champions League knockout stage season. Big up Mad Hatter as always. Listen, I don't believe in Pep, his ability to turn this game around. I believe in the player's desire to step up. And even if it's 2-0, and we don't, even if we win 2-0, or 3-1, or 4-2, or a variance of that, and we get knocked out, that result will pump us up. It will show, yeah, we fucked up at the Bernabeu, and we are now out of this competition, and we shouldn't be. But you can show this second half is what Man City is. You can show this second half is who we will be for the remainder of the season, or the second leg, should I say. And if you can do that, we play a cup final. The next Sunday, sorry. On Sunday we play a cup final. You can show that belief, you can show that desire, you can show that result. And the fan base will feel hyped for the game. So, we might be out of the Champions League. We probably are. I don't believe we come back. I'm gonna be honest. I don't believe in the remontada. If it happens, as I said earlier, I will get that Pep Guardiola tattoo straight on my forehead. Temporary tattoo. So I will do that if we do pull off the remontada. But it's not about the remontada. It's just about a statement result that shows the fans, shows the players, shows everyone. This is who we will be for the rest of the season. Now let's go win that cup final. Because if we do 1-1, 2-1, or even a 1-0 or some shit like that, nobody's believing us going into the cup final. But if we make Real Madrid sweat for that game, then people will put some respect on us, and these players will have some more confidence restored. Since coming to City, yeah, if we continue not to play to Haaland and our attacker strength, I think it's just the squad strength in general. It's not Haaland or Cherky or name your favorite player. I think it's just a general squad. You need to play to the strength of your better players. You just do. And at the moment we don't, and we need to fix that up. You're absolutely right, we need to fix that up. Yeah, he's in his 30s. He's in his 30s, I imagine. He's leaving this summer. Pep, you mean? Or Bruno? You mean Bruno Fernandes? Bruno Fernandes has another 2 years on his contract, doesn't he? The fall, we averaged... in the fall, we averaged 2.31 goals per game. Since 32% drop. Wow. Wow. A 32% drop in goals scored. Now that's just shocking. That is just shocking. By the way, if Haaland made up for those... If you want Haaland to make up for the remaining goals, you're asking Haaland to do more than a goal per game. For Haaland to make up this difference, to prove that this is not a Haaland thing, but Haaland to make up this difference, you're asking a goal per game, basically. You're basically asking a goal per game. I know we did that in the first half of the season, but not actually asking your striker to do that, are you? Like, over the course of a season? You're asking him to get 38? No one's done that? Not very realistic to ask that. Just to insinuate, even if you believe Haaland should have done better, the difference cannot be made up by Haaland alone. Yeah, I'm not sure what you guys are talking about. Meanwhile, opposition goals scored is 15% up, shot on target 47%. I suppose what it does show is Donnarumma is still doing his job, but yeah, that's not great, is it? That's very bad even. I just want to see a great fight from us. Exactly. That's all I want to see. A fight. Get a result. Grind out a result. Even if you're out of the Champions League, get a 2-0. Get a 3-1. Get something to get us believing. Yeah, big up Matt Hatter. Get prepared for Sunday. Exactly, mate. Exactly. Neymar didn't get called up. Let's go. Hey, did Igor Thiago get called up? Hey. I'll need to check this. Brazil national team. I'll need to see what their call up is. If they did not call up, Igor Thiago, honestly, I don't know. Thiago is in. My Bruges baller. My Bruges baller is in. Oh, Igor Thiago. Hey, we will be dead. We will be dead. They're gonna sell him. I don't think Bruno leaves. I don't think Bruno leaves, to be honest. I think he'll be dead another little while. Alf, those stats are the whole team, not just Haaland. Yeah. That's why I said that Haaland alone cannot make up that difference. Like, if you look at those statistics, more than just Haaland is going wrong. A lot more. Thiago got called up. Yeah, by the way, Pep has regressed. He's regressed the entire midfield, and I think everything else has suffered for it. Savio didn't get called up. How is that hard? She's a championship quality player. Like, I'm sorry to say it, it's so... I want to back Man City players, I do. He's a championship quality player, that's the truth. He may score a goal once in a while when you give him a million chances. Which he has had a lot by, right? He's missed a lot of tap-ins. He's a championship player. Like, I'm being serious. I would rather have Zian Fleming. You know Zian Fleming from Burnley? I'd rather have him. I'm being completely honest with you. He played like twice since January. Yeah, not been that guy. Savio, you mean? Or Haaland? I mean, I'd agree for both, but Savio needs to leave Man City. I don't think he'll make it here. I think he just needs to go back to La Liga. La Liga suits him. La Liga suits him, it seems. Go back to La Liga, try to capture back whatever you did there. Anyhow. I think the function of us playing a lot less direct and much slower. I mean, it's that simple, I think. We just need to play more direct. And we can't exactly play the same direct style with Rodri there. Because Rodri will... It's so annoying because Rodri is such a good player, but right now he doesn't have the physicality. Pep doesn't want to play Gonzalez and Rodri together, and I kind of get why, but he doesn't do... Like, it does matter, and I'll get into it in a bit, but... Anyhow. I think Haaland... sorry, yeah, what the fuck am I reading? I think it is a function of us also playing a lot less direct and much slower. However, our possession stats have changed marginally from fall. Hey, we got better possession. We got better possession. What's there lots to celebrate? Possession FC, ole ole. There we go. You like Estevao from Chelsea? Well, Not in a sexual way, but I do think he's a pretty nice player. I'm not quite sure how highly I'd rate him. I'd rate Estevao. It's too soon for me to say. I think he's an okay player. He could be a good player, but I'm not gonna say yet. I've watched 10 games of Chelsea this season as well, so I've not watched a lot of Chelsea. So I don't know. To be honest. I think the games I have watched, some games he's been good, some games he's been shit, some games he's been okay. So I think he's a okay player. Could be a good player. I'm not sure yet. More balanced. Balance. Hey, the new buzzword. Oh, sorry. I just saw someone say he's more informed than Thiago. Who? Estevao. Estevao. To post. What post? But therein lies the issue. So many tacticals said we need to go back to possession-based football compared to the fall. As I pointed out, it is marginal, yet attack has collapsed. I mean, possession football doesn't work anymore. That style doesn't not work anymore. Yeah, if you look at football in the early 1900s, yes, I'm going back all the way to the 1900s. The Titanic had not even sunk yet. That's how far I'm going back. If you go back that far, it is a thing that football was very physical and very direct and ball over the top. But then possession became a thing and teams played a bit more on possession. And then in the 1930s, Chapman and his guys, they did a three-peat doing direct football, aggressive. Then you go to the 1950s and 60s and you have classical English football, the Brexit ball. And then you have the 1970s and you have Johan Cruyff. And the Brazilian 4-2-4s. There's a lot more possession, a lot more tech. And then you have the 1980s and 1990s and it's a lot more direct and hard and we're gonna break your legs again. And then you get to the 2000s and 2010s and it's techy again and it's possession and it's a cycle. It's a cycle that has been going on for 100 years. You can look up football tactics, you can study them if you care. You don't have to. It's pretty boring, I'll admit. There's nothing interesting before the 1950, I promise. There's a few interesting things, but I'll swear it down. This sport is so different. By the time you go to pre-war era, there really isn't a lot of interesting stuff to look at, but this has been going on, this cycle, for over 100 years. Over 100 years, and it will continue to go on, because teams will figure out new ways to play direct, run football as they call it nowadays, and teams will find out new ways to play on possession and all of that. And you'll keep having the cycle. Yeah, he is still young. Wolves were about to make a comeback. Sad days. I know, yet Pep and the tactical swear the possession football is the key to success, even when Pep admitted last April in interview that it is not advantageous as advantageous. Yeah, and it isn't. It's just not that thing anymore. It doesn't work like that anymore. So it confuses me why Pep has gone back to that. I don't get it. Because, I mean, I understand when Rodri plays, you can't do the same direct stuff because Rodri is not He's just back from an ACL, to put it bluntly. But surround Rodri with legs. Just do that. You can get Rodri, O'Reilly, and you can get Tijani in that midfield. Tijani runs, for what it's worth. You can get Foden in that midfield and Tijani on the left wing, or the other way around. They both run. And then you can have Cherki on the right wing, and you can, Haaland up top. Or you can have Marmoush. These are runners and physical players, or Semenyo, whatever. Have some legs around Rodri. Husanov. If you're gonna play Rodri, maybe play Husanov. There are ways to do this football with Rodri. I'm convinced of that. And then you can take off Rodri for Bernardo Silva, and you can take off O'Reilly for Gonzalez. And now you can play that direct football because Gonzalez is there and he'll hold it up. And you still have experience with Bernardo Silva. Or you can do the exact opposite of what I said. And you start Gonzalez and Silva. And then you bring on later Rodri and O'Reilly. But you make these partnerships work. Gonzalez and Bernardo in midfield worked. Rodri and O'Reilly in midfield worked. What has not worked is Rodri and Bernardo. So stop doing Rodri and Bernardo. Stop doing that. I get it. Hungarian national team was amazing in the 1950s. There you go. All of football, anything before the 1950s, nobody cares. Nobody cares. Hey, why was Germany not at the 1950 and 54 World Cup? I swear they qualified. Something interesting happened there. Don't ask the question. I don't get it either. I can't tell you. I don't get it either. Like, I don't get it. I don't get what Pep is thinking. Yeah, you can, and we have, and we should. We should. And when we go away, we should play a bit more slowly and progressively, like when we go to big away games. Not West Ham away, but like when we go to Bernabeu or stuff, like, you need to play a bit more slowly, but not the way we have been doing it, I suppose. Not at the Etihad, just playing slow like that. I don't know. Yeah, you get my point. Like, go 3-0 ahead, then play Rodri to slow down. Yeah, you can do that. And you will not concede 3 goals because you'll pass. You'll play out the game. You'll sit a bit deeper. That's 5 yards deeper. You'll be fine. So yeah, you can absolutely do that. I agree with you. So you think Pep extend? I think if Pep Guardiola wins the Champions League or the Premier League, he will do a big... you know what he'll do? If he wins the Premier League or the Champions League, or both, even, it's not happening, but if he does, he'll do the thing where he's like, that's me, I'm that guy, I'm the GOAT, see that, see what I just won, now I'm leaving, bye. I think that's what's gonna happen if he wins the Premier League or the Champions League, sorry. Then he's gonna be like, I'm the GOAT, look at that, look what I did, now I'm fucking off, bye, have a good one. I doubt he's gonna extend though, because it does seem like he's going to move out with his wife, who he reconciled with, by the way. So it does look like he's gonna move away from England. So I do think there will be no extension. Even if he wins nothing, or if he wins the quadruple or anything, I don't think he's extending. I think he has made... I don't know, Pep. I don't know, Pep. I'm not his fucking agent. But I think Pep is probably gonna do his contract or leave of his own accord. The club will never sack him. but he will leave of his own accord if he wins something big, or he'll go with his contract. I don't think he will. I don't think he will extend. Yeah, I don't know. I'm still Pep in, or I don't know. I'm still Pep in or not anymore. I mean, Pep will not get sacked. It doesn't really matter what we think, because I know, like, nothing really matters what we think, let's be honest. Pep is not listening to my streams and thinking, hey, I can do that. Pep is not watching my technical breakdown video of his system and thinking, I should do that. Like let's be honest, but it's nothing we really think matters, but like, the Pep thing specifically, I feel like it's moot to talk about, because we talk about probabilities, right, and possibilities and options. Pep is not getting sacked, but like, we know that there is no possibility or probability or anything with that. Wait, what? If no, he cares about my opinions. He cares about my opinions. Hey, I got the ponytail. I got the ponytail in it. Erling Haaland settings. I mean, Erling Haaland doesn't have a ponytail. What Erling Haaland does is he ties it up like this. 1 second. Erling Haaland does this, doesn't he? That's what Erling Haaland does. There we go. That's fucking scuffed. Why is this so fucking new? Get fucking hair tie. Let me get a better one. I'm doing the Haaland haircut. Oh, voila, I'm Haaland now. Close enough. I don't know how good that looks. You guys tell me. There you go. Erling Haaland in the building. You think Pep prefers City or Barca? I mean, he will always prefer Barca. Listen. Do you prefer place you worked at for a few years, or do you prefer the club you grew up as a fan of? He's always gonna prefer Barca. He will always prefer Barcelona. It's that simple. It's that simple. He will always prefer Barcelona. But yeah. By the way, something I wanted to talk about, which I've not talked about yet, is players have been granted a day off. I'm not a professional, so I'm not gonna comment too much on it, but it's interesting. 1 day before we go to the Bernabeu, sorry. 1 day before we play Madrid at the Etihad, after losing at the Bernabeu, no training. Now, we are going to train tomorrow. We're gonna have a training tomorrow before the game. I find it interesting. I find it interesting that we're not gonna play. Like, you know what I mean? That we're not gonna have a proper training. Haaland can laugh with his wife, as Pep said. Yeah. Prime Pep. Listen, that was just so fucking disrespectful. But no training. I'm not sure how much of an impact that will have. I'm gonna be honest, but I think it's weird. Like, won't you just be better off having that training? Or maybe he's trying to get. I don't know what he's thinking here, but I don't know. I got like an iffy feeling about it. Like, okay, you have a day off. Maybe it's mental. Try to set your mind off the football for that day. Maybe that's what it's about, but a bit weird to me. I've seen people making religious problems. You know those petitions, if City go through, I'll do XYZ. Many people are so funny they go to this extreme. Hey, trust in Pep. Trust in Pep. Pep is our gold. Trust in him. Nah. People are weird. Let's say it as it is. A lot of people are just weird. Just got a lot of weird people. Big up Vasco, by the way. Hey, 3-3. Banger game. You got man sacked. You got that man sacked. Big up Vasco da Gama. Vasco got a man sacked, you know. Prime stuff, that. Am I weird? You guys said anything? You guys heard anything? I thought I heard you not ask a question. I didn't. I don't think I heard anything. So technical. Anyhow, moving on. Okay, blah, I love it. That is not my name. Believe it or not, that is not my name. My name is Alf. Alf City. Like and subscribe. Hey, boom. Bernardo Silva. I think we need to have Man City. Man City night, whatever that means. So I wanted to talk a bit about Bernardo's quotes, because he's dropping these quotes now, and yeah, you know, all talk, but you just got sometimes all talk, but no bite, all bark but no bite. That's what I'm looking for. That's the vibe I'm getting from Bernardo right now. It's like, oh, we need to have one of those special nights, and we do need to have one of those special nights. Big up Baron, how are you? Big up Remontada, we believe. I don't. But we pray. Listen. Nah. Bernardo is just weird. Yeah, you know what? We have a lot of weird people at the club. Haaland is a weirdo. Bernardo is a weirdo. Pep is a weirdo. We got a lot of weirdos, you know. 90 minutes in the empty hat is a long time for the City fans. Hey, won't be empty. Hey, wasn't the Bernabeu empty? It's the Bernabeu could not sell out, could they? Oh, what happened there? Can't sell out the Bernabeu. Aye, for Man City. Aye. We're all tired of this game, let's be honest. Let's get it over with, kind of thing. Anyhow, we need to just have we need to just have a special game, I think, as well. It didn't, because we have Glory Hunters. No. You guys struggled to fill out that Bernabeu. I know. I'll talk with some Madrid fans. I know you guys struggled. It was like was something that was like being talked about, and that's the biggest club in the world, you know. So it just goes to show, fixture fatigue is a thing. People get bored of these fixtures. Yeah, but that's fair. That's fair, but I'm just saying, you know. God, yeah, exactly. Anyhow, let's actually talk about the game. Because Kylian Mbappe is back. It's back. I don't reckon he starts. I'd be very, very surprised if Kylian Mbappe started. I mean, how long has he been back? I don't know if he played against whoever they played with. I don't think if he played in the weekend at all, but I don't think he starts. I don't think he starts. Because the thing is as well, yeah. I've said this before. When you have just Mbappe or just Vini, it's okay. When you have both of them, their egos clash and they both want to do the same thing. They can't listen to each other. They want to be the guy, and their egos clash and they run into each other. and then they don't really go anywhere. So I think Mbappe is going to be on the bench, ready to replace Vinicius, which is a weapon, by the way. Mbappe off the bench. Now, if you look through injuries, though, Asensio, Militao, Mendy, Ceballos are all still missing. Rodrigo is still missing. Bellingham will be missing. I noticed reports that he may be back, but he will be missing. Madrid will be coming to the Etihad with the ideology of sit in, 4-4-2, 4-5-1, whatever. Absorb the pressure, counter. That is what they will play like. They played like that at the Bernabeu. They'll definitely do it at the Etihad. They'll try to sit deep. They'll try to take the pressure. They'll try to play that way. And our challenge will be, how do you get that Madrid team out of that shell without being burdened? Because Vinicius Jr. is there. Arda Güler, Valverde, they are there. These are the dangerous players. And Pep says this. Pep says this in his press conference. It's easy to say you need to go score in the first 20 minutes. But what if you don't score in the first 20 minutes? Do you fault the game? Yeah, Pep said this in his press conference. What if you don't score in the first 20 minutes? Is the game done? In the first 20 minutes, you try to score. You really try to score. You try to get that early goal. But what if you don't? Like, it's all well and nice to say, get that early goal and you will be banging. Yeah. But Madrid is not just gonna let you. Madrid is not sitting there saying, you know what, it'd be really nice if Man City could get an early goal. Madrid is not thinking that, are they? So, again, yeah, nice on paper, get an early goal and bang. In reality, though, you need to try to get that early goal, but it's probably not gonna be. Oh, Adogdari! Tolu Adogdari has scored! Hey! The Wolves' great escape, it's real! The Wolves' great escape, it's real! Hey, Tolu Adogdari fucking terrorized the Belgian league last season. Belgian league strikers, Igor Thiago, Tolu Adogdari, I'm just saying, guys. Romeo Vermont, hey, I'm just saying. Can play the 10, can play the 9, and can play left wing. Hey, I'm just saying, Man City. MP Paul and Jude, Timber, Bellingham are available. Bellingham is not available. It's not gonna play. Yep. Didn't even train. You have to commit bodies forwards to do that. And if you do that, you're playing into Arbeola's hands. No. That's not how football works. Attacking does not inherently mean playing into your opponent's hands. When you sink deep, you still need to play well, and we need to break you down. It's a game of quality, then it's a game of clashes. Well, you say that. We scored 2 goals in 10 minutes at Anfield. Well, let's say, okay, you don't score in the first 30 minutes. Game done and dusted. But then let's say Man City scored in the 75th minute. And then again in the 85th minute. Now that's a 1 goal difference. And you can have, what, 5 minutes of stoppage time? 6 minutes of stoppage time? I don't think we're getting a comeback, as Gina thinks. I don't think we're doing a remontada. But this is what Pep meant in his presser. We want to get the early goal. We will go for the early goal. But what if you don't? Only 2 teams that will beat Brentford at the attack are Man City and Wolves. That's so fucking dumb. The post. They hit the post again. These fucking bottle jobs. That's why they're at the bottom of the league. Deserved, and it deserved. I think we've yet to talk about something that is very obvious. Someone that we should have mentioned already. Someone who I have not uttered his name yet all stream. Thibaut Courtois. He's in the thumbnail, by the way. I've not talked about him at all, but he's in the thumbnail. I fucking hate the guy. I fucking love him, but I hate him. You know, like, I'm Belgian, so it's like, hey, that's my guy. But also, fuck him, man. Fuck him so hard, though, because you can play the best game of all time. You can have the best chances of all time. You can score a hat-trick against any goalkeeper ever. Courtois? Nada mas. And Courtois will be starting in the back of that net. So I think even if we batter Madrid, I suppose this is the biggest reason why I do not believe in a comeback. Thibaut Courtois. He will just cuck us. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. We will get, let's say we get 2 goals back. Yeah? 89th minute. Shot on target. Far corner. Let's say top bins. Courtois is gonna teleport you now. Courtois has some fucking weird ass domain expansion, you know? He'll use his domain expansion, he'll fucking get the ball. It's bullshit, man. That's right. That is the biggest reason out of everything why I don't see a comeback happening. Thibaut Courtois. If we have a remontada, we need this guy to drop a fucking stinker. Like, we need either Courtois to drop a stinker, or we need to have some of the most insane finishes ever. If you look at our finishing recently, not awe-inspiring, let's be honest. Losing Courtois would genuinely be as bad as Sam losing CR7 in 18. Yeah, but they recovered quickly. It's not great, to be honest. That's totally different. You will most likely start with a very similar lineup to West Ham. Most likely, maybe not. Hey, pep time. Pep time. You can't play a high intense game for 60 minutes, never mind 90, like the Forest game showed clearly. Yeah. But what about Anfield? What about the Anfield game? We played pretty intense in the last 20 minutes of the Anfield game, let's say. So, I don't think that's necessarily right that we can't do that. I don't think the chances are high, don't get me wrong, but you need to have a game plan there to do something if you don't get that goal in the first 30 minutes, in the first half even. You can't just say, oh, we didn't score in the first half, wrap up the game. You can't do that. Wait, what? What are you guys talking about even? 23-24, it's like the worst City title winning team under Pep. Yeah, I agree with that, by the way. I agree with that. That is our worst title winning side. Not just under Pep, just our worst title winning side. 2014 and 2012 for the better two. That was not our prime. Yeah. I would do Donnarumma, Aitnouri, Guehi, Kusnov, Nunez, Gonzalez, Rodri, Tijani, Doku, Haaland, Gerki. I see it, I hear it, but I think experience is needed. Experience is needed everywhere. I think this is the game where you need to balance that experience and that youth. And that you need to get that attack there. So you know what I would do? I would do something fucking crazy. Donnarumma, of course. Nunez. Kusanov. Diaz. I'll have Kusanov Diaz. Right, Nuri. You have that Kusanov recovery pace deal with Vini. Or Mbappe, when Mbappe comes on. Diaz there for the experience. Right, Nuri Nunez, because that's what we've got for fullbacks. And Donnarumma, of course, because Donna. In midfield, I would do... You know what I would do? Yeah, I would do Gonzalez. We need to have Gonzalez. Because Gonzalez, sitting deep, lets us push up. He lets us push up. So we need to have Gonzalez, in my opinion. And... what did I say earlier about partnerships? Know what partnership has worked? Gonzalez and Bernardo. So I would start Gonzalez, Bernardo, and I would drop Rodri and play Reinders, Cherki, and that midfield there. Maybe Foden, but let's stick to what's working right now. I would stick with Reinders. So I would do Gonzalez, Silva, Reinders, and Haaland up top. And then you have Cherki right wing for the creativity. And then left wing, you do whatever you like. Semenyo, okay. Doku, okay. Foden, okay. Have I forgot anyone? Probably, but okay. Marmoush, yeah, very cool. So, on that left wing, you can do as much as you want. I think if you have that midfield, you can go up very high and you can push very high. Especially with Kusanov. Drop the back four a bit as well. Because Gonzalez will hold the midfield. Drop the back four. Just 5 yards compared to what we've done. And let the rest push up. Let those fullbacks do their thing. Crossing from deep. Nunez maybe providing the overlap for Cherki. And if... I guess this is why you would have to play Reinders. You can't let Nuri overlap. Nuri would overlap with Doku. You can't let both of them overlap at the same time. So I guess that's why you would play Reinders on left wing. Or yeah, probably Reinders, because he'll cut inside and he'll be inside and he'll do all that. So I think Reinders is gonna go on that left wing then. Not that Pep will do this, but this is what I would do. This is what I would do. The result is fantastic for Wolves mentality, even if they draw. Yeah. They were 2-0 down. So... I think they need to get wins, though, to get that great escape. They got 7 games left. Let's say they win all 7. That puts them on... 21 points plus whatever they have now. What are they on? So let's say they get 36. Let's survive relegation with that. I guess this would be a good result. If they win their last 7 games, they get to 38 points. Or I think something like that. I think they can survive relegation with 35 or more points. 35 or more points, they survive relegation. Hey, we will be there. We will be there. I think we will start a front three of... I think will start a front three of Marmoush, Haaland, Foden, Cherki in the 10, or vice versa. Rodri and Bernardo, pivots, Wehi, Diaz, Nunez, and Nuri. I think he's gonna do a Rodri Bernardo pivot as well, but he can't. He can't. He shouldn't. Because my game plan is, yeah, I want to have everywhere experience and quality. Fullbacks or fullbacks, okay. Sorted. Donnarumma, sorted. Diaz and Gusnov, experience present. Gusnov, there to deal with Mbappe when he comes on, and Vinicius, who will start. Gonzalez there to provide the deep six to hold midfield, allow the rest of the team to go up. Bernardo, experience in midfield, connects Gonzalez with the rest, retain all that good stuff. Then Haaland, experience up top, leader up top, throw everything else at it. However you want to do it. Cherki, Reinders, Marmoush, or Cherki, Doku, Foden, or however you want to do it. But Cherki has to be there to start. And let's say you get to 2-0. Let's say you get to 2-0 after 70 minutes played. Now you can take off Bernardo. Now you can maybe take off Gonzalez. And you can put on Rodri and O'Reilly, and maybe you can bring on Semenyo if he didn't start. Or if Semenyo did start, you can take him off for Reinders or something like that. And you can definitely manage this game in a way that there's always one experienced player in the group and then a lot of quality players. And that's what we need to do. We need to balance experience and quality. I think that that's the only way there's any chance. Rodri is not dreaming of going broke, Catalan. Big up though, big up Catalan, but he's not dreaming of going broke, I imagine. Rodri needs to win a trophy with Man City. Man City needs to win a trophy with Rodri to show him it's worth staying here, because it would be proper sad if he left. It would be proper sad if he left, but that's what happens when you win nothing, isn't it? So players start wanting to leave, players aren't happy, players feud to leave. That's another thing. If we win this game, players stop fighting for a bit. These players are not happy with each other. These players are fighting each other, they're shouting at each other. It's war in the dressing room. I'm sure of it. So, get that win. Even if you don't advance, get that win, get that good feel in the dressing room. All of these things matter. All of these things matter. Even if people don't think they matter, it matters so much. Because, especially with the Carabao Cup final coming up, but if you're before the game, yeah? If you're before the game and you're that guy is doing not his job. You're before the game, yeah? You're before the game, you're sitting down, you're on your phone. Haaland's not gonna score again. This guy's not gonna pass to me. That guy's gonna lose the ball. You're agitated before the game even starts. So you need to get that out of the dressing room as well. And I'm sure if I'm Rodri, this guy's not running for me. Haaland's not scoring. This guy is not creating. But neither is old. So if I'm Rodri, I'm looking around me and I'm thinking, bollocks. All of these players are. All of these players are looking around themselves and they're blaming everyone except themselves. And they're thinking, bollocks. And they're thinking, I'm doing my job, what's he doing? Haaland is sitting there and he's like, I'm giving passes, I'm putting balls through, I'm making runs. It's my chances. All these players are thinking that, man. And if the season ends, yeah, and these players are not happy and they didn't win anything, some of them will leave. Some of them will leave if the season ends that way, because let's be honest, you would want to leave. You would want to leave. The season ends and what have you done with the season? Nothing really. You didn't do anything. But now you win a cup double, and suddenly we won a cup double. Hey, not the best season in the league, Champions League embarrassing exit, but we won a cup double. You know what? Next season we're winning the league. So it's a completely different vibe, and it starts from this game. Because I see so many people say ban of the Champions League, where they're not beating Bayern. Who gives a fuck about beating Bayern? Let's worry about beating Madrid first. Or ban of the Champions League. Why? You think that you're not going to be talking in a decade from now about third remontada against Real Madrid if we pull it off? And if we don't pull it off, what have you lost? What have we lost? We have 5 days of rest before we play the Carabao Cup final. What is there to lose? Go everything at it. Go balls to the walls. Just do it, cause it's the only thing you can do. Only thing we can do at the moment. You're going bankrupt for that one, mate. You are going bankrupt for that one. Speaking of going bankrupt, let's talk a bit about the money we've spent. I know people don't like talking about it. Oh, but big clubs spent money. Yes, I agree. Big clubs should spend money. Successfully. We haven't so far. We've spent our money, we've not spent it successfully. We've spent a lot. We have spent so much. We have spent too much to justify going out of the Champions League like this. If we go out, we need to go out with a bang. With all the money we've spent, we can't whistle out. We cannot whistle out. By the way, I'll come back to this. We just need to go in there, hit hard, because there's a way to lose. There's a way to lose, you know. You all know what I mean. Like, you're gonna lose games. Nobody has ever gone invincible for the entire season. Arsenal fans think they did, but they didn't. They lost quite a few games in other competitions. They're gonna lose games. They're gonna get knocked out. Nobody has ever won the quadruple in the Premier League. They're gonna get knocked out. So even when you get knocked out, there is a way to lose. There is a way to lose with dignity. And 3-0 at Bernabeu, that was not losing with dignity. You show something against Madrid tomorrow. I was going to say tonight, but it's tomorrow. You show something tomorrow against Madrid. Even if you don't get through, that's the way to lose, I suppose. You show some fight. You show that you're the team that can go for it. And maybe if the first leg was better, you could have actually gone through. Which is a better feeling. Where you know, we could have done it. We didn't this time. We'll do it next time. We've not had that mentality for a long time. I don't feel like Man City has had that mentality for a while. How did you lose to Madrid 3-0 there? Hey, Catalan. Respect. Respect. Hey, Madrid is 2 points behind you. You are acting like Madrid is absolute tosh. Madrid is like 2 points behind you. But what is with these La Liga fans pretending that Madrid and Barca are like miles apart? How far are they behind you? I can't imagine it's more than 3 points. La Liga. Yet they're 4 points behind. They beat you in El Clasico and you draw 1 game and they're top of the league. You're acting like this is miles apart, bro. Like, I think you're winning the league, but like, this is not a good Madrid side, and the result is terrible, and all that is true, but it's not an absolute tosh side either, let's be honest. Anyhow, I was going to come on to this earlier. Penalties. Let's say we get to penalties. Let's just say we get to penalties. Forget how we get there. We won't. But just imagine. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. And go on a journey with me. Imagine. Penalties. I think Man City win penalties. I think Man City will win in penalties. Know why? Donnarumma is a start. Donnarumma will stop some penalties. And we have a lot of good takers. Haaland, good taker. Marmoush, Semenyo. That's 3 good takers already. Rodri, Nunez. That's 5. I'm not sure how good Cherky is. Foden is an okay taker. Got some penalty kickers. We've got some players who know how to take a penalty, is all I'm saying. So, if we get there, somehow, I'm just saying, we might win on penalties if we get to penalties. That's all I'm saying. Anyhow. Yeah. So, with that said, maybe I should do as well. I should do as well what I expect Pep to play with. Because I've said what I want to play. I haven't said what I expect Pep to play. I think Pep will do the same back four as he did against West Ham. He might play, what is his name? What's his name? Diaz. Might play Diaz. But for the rest, he'll play the same back four, I think, as he did against West Ham. Donnarumma will be a net, of course, because Donnarumma. I do think Pep will do that Rodri but United thing again. I think it will be Rodri or Riley but United. I think he'll do the same lineup. He did say in the press conference that he wouldn't be trying to surprise Madrid. So I think that might mean the exact same lineup as or almost the exact same lineup. It won't be the exact same against West Ham. I think he's gonna play Cherky. I do think he's gonna play Cherky. Because he admitted in his press conference that he made a mistake by not starting Cherky. So I think Pep will start Ryan Cherky. Well deserved, by the way. Ryan Cherky should be starting games. He deserves to be starting games. He's been one of our better players this season. If he's not been best player for the season, but he's been one of the better players. So he'll be starting Ryan Cherky. He'll be starting Haaland and I think Marmoush. You know why Marmoush, yeah? Because Marmoush presses more. Marmoush runs harder. Marmoush off the ball with Haaland runs better. All that stuff. So I think it's gonna be Haaland and Marmoush in that 2-striker system. I really don't get why he does that 2-striker system, but he will stick with it. I'm sure of that. So you're gonna have Marmoush, Haaland, and then Cherky. And that should hopefully be more creative than anything we've played in the last while. Rodri, Bernardo, O'Reilly is going to be scuffed in midfield, but we'll have to deal with it. It's a big question, I suppose, becomes who... I guess not really, so. Okay, no. How do we do this? I know what Pep is going to roughly play, but... It's so annoying because, like... How do you play a proper attacking system with the players that Pep will probably start? I think you don't really. Pep needs to surprise me. Like, forget surprising Real Madrid. He needs to surprise me. Because if we play the exact same way, I don't think we do anything, to be honest. Yeah. So, for the game at the Etihad, I'll be a bit positive. I'll be a positivity merchant, and I'll say 2-0. 2-0 to Man City. Remontada won't happen. There will be no remontada. There will be no life after that. But, I mean, life finds a way. Life finds a way. All I'm saying is, if anyone can remontada Real Madrid, it is Man City. It is Man City. If anyone can remontada Real Madrid. We have beaten Real Madrid 4-0. And listen, that is instructive to these players as well. These players go watch the 4-0. They need to be sat down and watch that 4-0. I'm talking about the 4-0 against Madrid at the Etihad. They need to sit down and watch that game. Before we played Real Madrid, yeah, everyone get together, 90 minutes. Just silence. Watch the full game. That was us. A lot of players are different, but that was us. That was this batch. You fancy that? You wanna go do that? You wanna go try that? You want to show you're that team? I'd fancy it. Why not? Why not? What is it to lose? Hey, what is it to lose? So, if any team can do it, if any team can beat Real Madrid 4-0 in a Champions League knockout game, I know a team that's done it already. I know a team that's done it already. Manchester City. Manchester City has already done that once. Will we do it twice? Probably not. I'll be honest, we probably won't do it. I don't see us doing that. But we could. We could. And we will be there for it. We will be there for it. Yeah? Just try your best. I know it's cliche. I know it's lame. I know it's not standards FC, but just try your best. And you get up 2-0 and you don't advance. Well, I had given up on it anyhow. But to do something. Don't give us a lame game. Don't give us a 0-0, a 1-0, a 2-2. Don't give us that. Give us some tension. And please, 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 play more direct. Not all this possession build-up thing seen for the last one. I think I'll leave it there. Like, subscribe, as always, it helps out a ton. And I mean that when I say it, it helps out a ton. I'll be redirecting this over to Luke's. So, Alfred and chat, guys. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.